迎える。
何をよまいことを。王家に人間の血を入れるなど。これは前代未聞ですぞ。
意義のある者は心して前へ出よ。
ほら、やっぱり怒られちゃった。
何、文句は言わせん。この私がな。
Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts, and should you watch it? So, wow. Over the past year, there have been a few anime that have come and blown me away. And episode 1 always has to be the strongest showing because that's what's going to engage a viewer. And that's what's going to engage a viewer that might be giving a random anime a chance. And if it could come out and grab you and say you need to watch this, then it's doing something right. So should you watch Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts? Yes. This anime was incredible. And this wasn't on my radar at all or anything. Now, my hard yes recommendation comes with a strong caveat. And that is what you, as a person who enjoys anime, really likes or tends to watch. This specific anime here is like demons, romance, shoujo, and girl main protagonist, main character. And with that, this is going to be a story of like, at the end of the episode, we see that the King of Beasts, Leonhardt, which she named him, turns into a sexy, sexy man. You know what I mean? He turns into a man piece. He turns into King Yum Yum. King Yum Yum. Of course, the other character, Sari or Sari or Sari or however you say her name, or Seraphi. So Sari for short, or Sari for short. She's gorgeous. She's incredible to look at, and the directors and the artists, like she seems dainty and like elegant and small and like gentle. Like that's how you would describe a character like her. Like she just seems like this little cute little thing, and she's like gorgeous and unique, and white hair and beautiful to look at. And then you have the King of Beasts, taking on that, Beauty and the Beast type role. You have the Beast who turns into, very similar to the Beauty and the Beast. You can tell they took inspiration from that, which is okay. He turns into this, like, long hair, like, tall, gorgeous looking man, And I think that is only going to suit a viewer of particular taste. And I have to be honest about that. It's like, if you enjoy the girl who tames the beast, or the girl who tames the king, or the villain, or the demon lord, if you enjoy the taming type anime, I think, or manga or light novels, I think this will be right up your alley. If that's not your cup of tea, which is completely okay for you to be like, this is just not for me. That doesn't mean to go on the internet and be like, this is awful and this sucked, because it's not. It's just not for you. And a lot of anime, like, that there's a lot of anime that I've watched that I'm like, I didn't personally enjoy this, so I didn't like it. It's not for me. But it's not bad, and I can see how people like it, or people will enjoy it, or people will say it's amazing, but it's just not for me. So that's where this comes in. So at the end of the day, this follows a story of two characters, Seraphi and Leonhardt, now named. And essentially, there is a pact between demons, or beasts, I should say, between beast people and humans. And the pact is every so often, based on their peace treaty, the humans will provide a sacrifice, every so often to the beast people. And that sacrifice is then given to the king of the beast, which is this Leonhardt person. And he will eat this human as a sacrifice, okay? And that's the treaty that his grandfather or father before him had put into place, okay? And our main character, Seraphy, has been groomed since a young child. She was taken in by a family. Her name in ancient tongue means sacrifice. So she's been groomed to only be raised to be a sacrifice. And at the ripe age of 15, she was sent to them to go and die, essentially. And the family that took her in did that so that they could save their actual daughter, who seems to be in the dark about the fact that her sister was just raised by these horrible people to simply go and be a sacrifice. And because she knows she was raised to be a sacrifice, she was never loved, she has nothing, she's kind of made peace with the fact that she is only sent there to die. She knows that, and she has no life. So based on that, she has no fear. So when she's presented to the king, who's this ferocious lion man, she's presented to him, but has no fear in her heart. So she doesn't fear the beast, she doesn't fear him, and because of her actions, he kind of gives her like a trial period, and she continues to not have fear. But she shares with him a story of what does make her quiver in fear, outside of lightning, which there were some cute moments here. She shares with him the fact that the thing that drives the most fear in her heart is parents who looked at her as an object to be disposed of, and parents who she thought were her parents who loved her, in fact, didn't have any single ounce of love for her. And that's what drives her fear. And he describes as somebody to be pitied. Well, when the day comes for her to be sacrificed, she gets dolled up and everything. And we come to find out that the king, under the moonlight, transfers in or transforms into a man. And he does that because he's actually half human, half beast. So he was the child of a beast slash person before. And he doesn't actually kill any of his sacrifices. He allows them to escape. But her basically telling him, like, I don't have anywhere to go, no one to go back to, and nothing to go back to. So to make sure that you're not made out to be a liar, I want you to make me a part of you. I want you to eat me, essentially, is what she says to him. And he decides that her actions are worthy throughout the episode, as well as that are worthy of making her his queen and basically risking it all for her. And I was like, wow. So what an episode number 1. Like, it was fantastic, fantastically written. Characters are deep, and I can't wait to find out more. The lore behind it, the world building, is really, really good as well. And then to put the little cherry on top, it's done by JC Staff, which I absolutely love JC Staff. And if you're not familiar with them, I'll literally run you through a couple of the things that they've done before. Hey, they do Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? So they do Danmachi, okay? They're currently doing Eden Zero. Last season, they did one of my guilty pleasures. One of my guilty pleasures in Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. They're currently doing Another World My Smartphone, season number 2. I mean, the list goes on and on with JC Staff. I absolutely love this creator, or this studio. They've done other anime, like they did Executioner and Her Way of Life. That wasn't my cup of tea, but I will acknowledge that it was good enough for her to watch. They've done Blue Reflection. They did Shakugan no Shana, which I absolutely love. Shakugan no Shana. They've done Taboo Tattoo. They've done the Duke and the Duke of Death and His Maid, Angels of Death, Demon Girl Next Door. They did Eden Zero. They did Food Wars. I mean, who doesn't love Food Wars? If you watch anime, if you've ever watched a semblance of anime, you must love Food Wars. Food Wars. They done The Disastrous Life of Psyche K, which I absolutely love, which is a classic. I mean, the list goes on and on and on with JC Staff. So they are a really amazing studio that have a really strong repertoire of anime that they've done. So if you can't put your faith necessarily in the story, put your faith in JC Staff. So should you watch it? Absolutely yes. If this is suitable to your taste, I think we're all going to be taking on for a ride. And this, to me, is my last season's Bibliophile Princess. I loved Bibliophile Princess. I thought it was a hidden gem, and it was so cute and so good. I think that's what we have here once again. Let me know what you think if you watch episode number 1. Let me know what you think if you are familiar with the source material, and shout out below why people should or shouldn't watch this. Thank you for joining. Peace.